This Cornell Adley.
Yes, Your Honor, he's present.
Aggravated strangulation.
Defense stands mute as to PC, Your Honor.
All right, court finds probable cause. Any argument as to bond?
Your Honor, I'd be requesting house arrest level 3. Mr. Adley does have a different address than the alleged victim in this case.
State?
Your Honor, I didn't hear what counsel said, but the state would be requesting standard bond.
All right, I'm looking at his priors. Let's have some priors.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe the last one was before I was born.
All right, I'll set the standard bond 5,000. Is there a stay away in this case?
The state is requesting a stay away order.
All right, because they were in a domestic relationship, so I need a domestic stay away order. Cornell Adley. So, Mr. Adley, if you're able to make bond, there's going to be some additional conditions of the bond that I need to go over with you now. And they will remain during the pendency of the case unless modified by the court or otherwise having a disposition of the case. And so if you are able to be released, you cannot engage in any criminal activity. You cannot use or possess any illegal drugs. You cannot use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. And you must immediately surrender any firearm, ammunition, and any concealed weapon permit to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. You are prohibited from having any contact directly or indirectly with the victim in this case. And that includes contact in person, in writing, by telephone, through social media, or any other electronic means, or through third person. You must stay at least 500 feet from the victim's home, place of employment, and or school at all times. It appears that you may have been cohabitating with the victim in this case. And if that is the fact that if you are released, you can return to the home, return to the residence one time and one time only within 48 hours of the entry of this order or release from custody, accompanied by a police officer to retrieve personal clothing, personal health items, medication, personal and business-related paperwork, and work tools. Going to the home or remaining at the home without the police will subject you to arrest. The police officer shall request all keys and garage door openers to the home from you to be returned to the victim in this case. And so again, if you are able to make bond, these are additional conditions of bond that you have to comply with, and they will remain in this case until modified or otherwise disposed of. Good luck to you, sir. All right. Any argument as to bond?
¿Hay algún argumento con respecto a fianza?
Given the lack of priors, Your Honor, I would ask for 7,500 count 1 and 2,500 count 2.
Dado que no tiene antecedentes, solicito $7,500 por el cargo 1 y $2,500 por el cargo 2, Fiscalía.
Your Honor, the state has filed a motion for pretrial detention.
Su señoría, la Fiscalía ha presentado una moción, una solicitud para detención previa a juicio.
And as per the statute, it's a burglary.
I apologize, counsel, I can't hear you for the interpretation.
All right. They filed a motion for pretrial detention. The court is granting that motion. So there'll be no bond on
Okay.
either count?
Your Honor, given that it's only for count one, I'd ask for a dollar bond on count two.
La Corte concede la solicitud de detención previa a juicio y no fianza. Su señoría, dado que tiene fianza en el cargo 1, pedimos que se imponga $1 de fianza en el cargo 2.
All right, it'll be $1 on count 2, which is the attempted robbery.
But Your Honor, it's a strong arm robbery, so I'm wondering if that also qualifies.
It's
Also
an
attempted, so.
Attempt, yeah.
And he has an immigration hold.
Okay.
And
Bien. Ajá.
I'm sorry. And Mr. Larosa, if you are able to make bond, there are going to be some additional conditions of your release that I have to go over with you.
Bien, señor. Entonces, en el cargo 2 se le va a dar $1 de fianza, a pesar de que decían que era un robo forzoso, pero es atentado de robo forzoso. Tiene la retención de inmigración. Señor La Rosa, si usted llega a ser liberado, tiene condiciones adicionales que obedecer.
All right, so if you are able to make bond pending this case, you cannot engage in any criminal activity.
Bien, si llega a ser liberado bajo fianza, mientras el caso está pendiente, usted no puede participar en ninguna actividad criminal.
You can't use or possess any illegal drugs.
Usted no puede usar ni tener drogas o sustancias ilegales.
You cannot use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition.
No puede tener, ser dueño, portar o comprar armas, armas de fuego ni munición.
And you must immediately surrender any firearm, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permit to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court.
Y debe de entregar inmediatamente cualquier arma, arma de fuego, munición, permisos de portar armas ocultas a la estación de policía más cercana y debe de presentar el recibo de dicha entrega en la corte.
You're prohibited from having any contact, direct or indirect, with the victim in this case.
Le queda prohibido terminantemente tener contacto con la víctima, en este caso, sea directa o indirectamente.
That includes contact in person, in writing, by telephone, through social media, or any other electronic means, or through a third person.
Eso incluye contacto en persona, por escrito, por teléfono, por medios sociales o cualquier otro medio electrónico o terceras personas.
Defendant must stay at least 500 feet from the victim's home, a place of employment, and or school at all times.
Debe de permanecer a 500 pies de la víctima, de la residencia de la víctima, de su empleo, de la escuela, en donde quiera que se encuentre la víctima.
And so again, sir, if you are able to be released in this case, these are additional conditions that you must comply with, and they will stay in effect unless modified by the court.
Una vez más, si llega a ser liberado, estas son condiciones adicionales, las cuales usted debe obedecer a menos que sean modificadas por la corte.
All right, good luck, sir.
Buena suerte.
Oh, I didn't sign it.
Defense stands mute as to PC, Your Honor, given the lack of local priors and there being a hold and the fact that Mr. Williams is homeless, I'd be requesting reduced bonds of $1,000 count 1 and 2 and $100 on count 3.
Any objection from state? All right, it'll be so ordered.
I'm sorry, Judge, what was the bond?
It's $1,000 on count 1, 1,000 on count 2, and how much did you ask for count 3?
100, Your Honor.
100 on count 3. All right, good luck to you, Mr. Williams. Does this Jimmy Jean Baptiste? Counsel Jimmy Jean Baptiste?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. He has 2 cases. And he's out on felony bond on 3 others. All right, any argument as to probable cause?
Defense stands mute as to probable cause, but in regards to the bond case that you mentioned, I believe the incident dates are actually prior to those dates, so there shouldn't be a felony hold, Your Honor.
All right, so probable cause, and I guess the first case is 25-17079. That's burglary and a grand theft, right? All right. Any argument as to bond?
State's requesting the standard bond.
Up to count 1, burglary would be 2,500. Count 2, grand theft 2,500. And then count 3, criminal mischief 500. And as to the second case, which is F25-17078. So 4 burglary charges. 5 counts of burglary. No.
Your Honor, I'd request standard bond of 2,500 on each count.